Okay, so for today's lesson, boys and girls, we are on page 5 of week 17, similar figures. And there's two last things for this week's lesson. We're going to go over overlapping similar figures. Now, the way to work it out will be the same, matching your corresponding sides and setting up your proportion. But however, we need to draw them separately. So you need to draw them separately. So in other words, separate. They need to separate them. All right? Because you have a smaller one inside a small triangle, which is this one right here. And then you have a bigger one. Okay, the bigger one is drawn over here on the side. So what you need to do is also separate them side by side, and then from left to right, you're going to match your corresponding sides. From left to right, you're going to match your corresponding sides. Okay, you're going to match your corresponding sides. So let's look at an actual example to find the missing side. Again, we need to look at the triangles. Do we see the little one inside? This little one inside. Okay. So I'm going to separate. I'm going to do the two triangles. So I have this little one. And make sure you write the dimensions. This little one has a 10 on this side and has a 12 over here. Now the bigger one, the bigger triangle, has an X on this side, on the sliding side on the left. And the long side over here has a 6 and a 12. It's from the 6 to the 12. So the 6 and the 12, we need to add them. 6 plus 12, which gives you 18. So this over here measures 18. It doesn't measure just 6. It doesn't measure 12. 12 is for the small one, and 6 is an extra piece. So 6 and 12, 18. Now that you have them drawn separately, you go back to Monday and Tuesday, what we did on the video. You match your corresponding sides from left to right. So 10 with X and 12 with 18. Okay, so I have 12 with 18 and 10 with X. Or you can put 10 with X, 12 with 18. Okay, they're the same. Okay, so you're going to multiply the same numbers. Watch. You're going to multiply 18 times 10, 18 times 10, and then divide it by 12. Okay, so I'm going to do it over here on the side. 18 times 10 is 180, and then 180 divided by 12. 180 divided by 12 gives you 180 divided by 12 gives me 15. So the missing side, X is 15. Okay, that's the missing side that they were looking for. Okay, let's look at another example. They're overlapping one on top of the other, so we got to separate them. So I'm going to draw the window, and then I'm going to draw the actual door. Now we need to put the corresponding numbers, 84, 210, and then for the window, there's a 60 and there's an H. Okay, so let's match your corresponding sides. 60 corresponds with 84, so 60 with 84. And then H with 210. Okay, H with 210. So the key is going to be to separate them, label it exactly like it's in the picture, the exact numbers, put them where they're given to you, and then just match them with your corresponding side to set up your proportion. Then you're going to go ahead and cross multiply and divide. So 210 times 60 That gives you 12,600. 12,600 divided by 84. That's 150. So the missing height, H, is 150. Okay. So again, it's the same, matching the corresponding sides in the similar figures, just that they're overlapped, one on top of the other. Now, the last thing is a scale drawing, which is just a similar figure applied more like in real life, okay? And we see like in a map, when you see the distance from one city to another, it looks really close, okay, on the map. It's the same shape, but it's different size, okay? Why? Because the distance looks smaller on the picture, and in real life, it's bigger. So what you're gonna do here is they're gonna give you the information in the problem. So it says 1 inch equals 25 miles. So this 1 inch equals 25 miles is what you're going to use for your proportion. It's like a conversion that we did last year. 1 inch, 25 miles. Two cities are 3 inches. So I have inches and I have miles. So the 3, I put it with the inches. Okay. What's the actual distance? So how many miles is it in real life? So you just solve your proportion. 25 times 3, and then divided by 1. 25 times 3, just in quarters, 25 times 3 is 75. 75 divided by 1, it stays the same. So the actual distance would be 75. So this is just proportions that we were doing last year with conversions. So just pay attention to set up your proportion here, guys. You can go back and look at the problems, look at the other videos if you're still having trouble, but it all comes down to the matching, guys. It all comes down to the matching the corresponding sides and setting up your proportion. Remember to go from left to right.